In example 5, Quentin wants to buy a pair of steel-toed boots. They're listed at $179.95. And how much will the boots cost if we got 5% GST and 6% PST? So these are just the taxes that the government is charging. We're quite familiar with going in and seeing a list price at one thing. When you get to the till, they're charging you something else because they're adding taxes. We can do this, calculate each of them separately, or we can add them together. And I'm going to do it both ways. So let's first of all figure out, actually I'll do it 3 ways, but we got 5 out of 100 equals X out of 179.95. Well, X is equal to 179.95, times 5 divided by 100. Okay, this is always going to be your tax rate over 100, so the tax rate over 100, that's always going to be the same. That 100 always there because it's percent, right? This percent means out of 100. And this is going to be the taxes over, and this is your retail cost. Okay, so let's see what this is. We take 179.95, multiply it by 5, divided by 100, and we get that X is equal to $8.99, but that's actually $9. It was $8.997. The 7 rounds the 9 up, so it's $9. Okay. Then we've got 6% PST, so 6 out of 100 equals Y, still 179.95. Make sure that you use that number all the time. It's always your retail price. You're not charging taxes on taxes. So 179.95 times 6 divided by 100. So 179.95 times 6 divided by 100 gives me Y is equal to $10.80. Put dollar signs on each of these. So it was 10.797, that's 7 rounds of 79 up to 80. So these are taxes. Then how much will they cost? Well, you're going to have to add the taxes on. So it was 179.95 plus 9 plus 10.80. Throw that into your calculator, 179.95 plus 9 plus 10.80, and I get that they're going to cost $199.75. So there's my final cost right there. Okay. Now there's actually a couple of different shortcuts you can take. One is you can add the taxes up together. So 5% plus 6% is equal to 11%. And you can calculate the taxes just like we did here. We could say 11 over 100 is equal to X over 179.95. Figure out what the taxes are and just add them on. Sometimes you'll get a number that's off by a penny because of rounding. So these might both round up and the 11% might not. For the purposes of figuring out approximately how much something's going to cost, not a big deal. The sales or the till at a store, the register is always going to do it separately because they want to make sure that they're taking in everything that they need to. But if you're just trying to figure out about how much it's going to cost and you don't care if you're off by a penny or two, it's that 11. You can use the 11%. You can also say, well, I'm paying the whole thing, so I'm paying 100% of the cost. So I'm paying 100% of the retail price plus 11% taxes. So I'm paying 111%, and you can do this all in one step. So that's out of 179.95. Of course, this is just if they're asking you the final price. If they ask you what the taxes are, you've got to go through this kind of method. So 111% of that, well, that's 111 times 179.95. Divide that by 100. And 111 times 179.95 divided by 100 gives me 199. Here it's 74 because it's 7445, so it actually rounds down. So you'll notice, well, we're off by a penny, right? But it gives us a really good idea. And I'm fine with either method. When you're doing a quiz, say this is the one that the stores are going to use, this is the most accurate, but if you want to use this just to make it easier and say, well, this is close enough for me, that's good for me as well.